Hello. Now we're going to look at how to add pictures to an iBook made in CBB. So far you got a book and you got chapters in the book and you also got headings in each chapter. Now we're going to look at how to put pictures in a book, in an iBook. Okay? This video is maybe a bit longer and there are quite a few steps. So if you need more time, just stop, go back, watch again. Okay, you can watch as many times as you need until you know what to do. Okay, so let's go back to the task that we're looking at. So we have the chapters, which are in green here. So for example, reading blog and reading. And then we got the headings, a book I'm reading from on my iPad, and they are in yellow. So now we're going to look at the pictures we need. So first of all, we need a picture of the book we're reading. Okay, so that's the first picture we're going to look at. Okay, so let's do that. Now, if you're reading on the iPad and if you're reading from the Oxford Bookworm library, then your books are here. So you have to click here on the Oxford Bookworm link to get to the books, maybe using some of the books, or maybe using a book from the library. Okay, so let's say I'm reading Aladdin and the Enchanted Lamp. So I just open that book, okay, because I want a picture of the book to put on in my iBook. Okay, so the book is opening now. So here's the book, Aladdin and the Enchanted Lamp. So as you know, when you take a picture of a book or anything on the screen in the iPad, you just click the home button and the on-off button at the same time, like this, and you have a picture. So let's go to pictures to look at this picture now to see what it looks like. Okay, there it is. Now we don't need all of this. So what we can do is, if you click on the side of the book and you click edit, and you click on crop, it looks like this. You can actually make a small section that you want in the picture and remove everything else. This is called crop. It's spelled C-R-O-P, crop. So once you've selected the part of the picture you want, because I just want the book, I do this, and then I click crop, and then I click up here, save. So now I'll save the picture, just the book. Okay, so now let's look at how to put that in the iBook. So I'm going to the book, and it's under a book I'm reading on my iPad, so it's in this section. So I click on the plus sign here, and this time I choose media, not text. Click on media. I tap on media on my iPad, and then I tap on image. You see image here. And then I choose this picture, or select this picture from my pictures, from my images on my iPad. So there it is. I click done. So there is the image. And if I want to move it, because it's under the wrong heading, it should be under this heading, a book I'm reading on my iPad, but it's actually under my reading blog. So I need to move it. And the way to move a picture or an image in iBooks is you click on edit up there, or tap on edit, and then you touch with your finger here and just move it up like this. And when you moved it, you click done. Okay, like this. So now you moved it to the right place. Okay, let's go back and look at what we have to do else. The next picture we have to look at is a picture of my blog. Okay, so now I need to take a picture of my blog. Now I don't know how you remember where your blog is, but many of us use iTunes U, and we have all the blogs in one place. So let's go to iTunes U and click on reading blogs, which is the one up here, and then here are all the blogs. Now if I scroll down, here is my blog, Bjorn's blog. So I click on it and open it so I can see my blog. So this is my reading blog. So up here is the URL, the web link, and then this is my blog. So you can see what I'm writing about, the books I'm writing about, for example, Life of Pi. Okay, so what I need to do is I need to take a picture of this. So I do the same again. I just hold down the home button and the on-off button at the same time to take a picture. And then let's go into pictures to see what that looks like, if I need to change it in any way. There it is. So maybe I need to make it a bit smaller as well. So I click on the edit button and I click on crop, and then I just move the lines so that I get my book, and that's all I want. Just like this. And when I'm ready, I click crop, C-R-O-P, which means cut. So I make the right size of my pictures, and then I click save. So now I have this picture. So I'm going back to my iBook now, CBB, and to put it in here, I do the same thing again. I click on the plus, because I'm still in this chapter in the reading blog. This is where I want the picture. I click plus, and then I choose media. You see media here. So I click media, and then I click or tap on image on my iPad, and I find my image, and there it is, done. Okay, so now I got my two images for my chapter called reading blog. Now if I just want to check, what it looks like, what I do is I click on the preview button here to have a look. So let's do that. I click there. So this is what my book looks like. I have reading blog as my chapter, and I have a heading, a book I'm reading on my iPad, and here's a picture of my book. And then under there is the next heading, my reading blog, and there's a picture of my reading blog. So this looks okay. So to get out of preview, to get out of this, I just tap outside of it, anywhere, and then it closes. Okay. Let's go back to the task to see what we need to do next. Okay. So now, sorry, that was the wrong picture. We need to look at the task. So in the reading chapter, there are two things we need for the reading chapter. I need to get my first reading text, and then I need to get the picture of my first reading task. So these are the two things I need now. Okay? So let's do both of those at the same time to save time. Okay? So my reading text is in my bookshelf. So I'm opening my bookshelf, and I'm reading about technology and the internet and learning and education. So here's my text. So I just make it the right size that I want. This is about right. And then I make a picture of it on my iPad. Finished. Okay. My other picture I need here is my reading task, my first reading task. And I'm keeping that in my Adobe Reader. There it is. So here it is, Unit 10B, so I'm opening that. So here is my reading task. Here are the questions and the answers I chose. So I have answered these questions. So this is my work for reading. Okay. So what I'm doing now is I'm taking a picture of that as well. So I've got my two pictures. So I'm ready to put them in the reading chapter. So now I'm clicking on this chapter, tapping on this chapter to get into the right chapter. And I'm clicking on the plus sign up there. And I'm adding media. So I'm tapping here. And I'm tapping in the image. Now you don't have to put in one picture at a time. You can put in several pictures at a time. So now, because we have two pictures, we can just put them in at the same time. It's this one and this one. So you see I've selected these both pictures at the same time. I click done up here, and the pictures are there. Okay, so now they're uploaded. Now this one is in the wrong place. I have to move it up. So as you remember, if I click on edit, if I tap on edit, and if I put my finger on this part here, actually I have to do it there, I can move this up. So this is my reading text 1, and this is my reading task 1. I click done up here, And now I want to see what this looks like. So I click on preview up there. So I have my chapter called reading, and here's my first reading text, and here's my first reading task, all in the book, all ready to go. So get out of preview, what do? I just tap outside of the window and it closes. Now I only got one thing left for vocabulary. I'm tapping vocabulary, and I'm going back to see what I need to do here. So what I need to do here, let me go back to my task, and here it says vocabulary task 1. That's the one I have to put under vocabulary. Vocabulary task 1. So let's see if I can find it. Where did I put vocabulary task 1? Let me have a look for a minute. Okay, now I remember. I put that in pages. Okay, so let's open pages. And here is vocabulary task 1. So open it. And I put this, I make a picture of this as well. This is my work. So I put the picture of this, make sure I get everything like this. And then I go back to my iBook. And again, I go back to the plus sign up there. I tap on it, I tap on media, and I tap on image. And I select my latest picture, which I just taken. There it is. And then I click done. You can see it says done up there. Okay, there it is. To preview, I just click up there. I tap on my iPad to see if it looks good. Yes, vocabulary task 1. There it is. To get out of the window, to preview, I just tap outside and that's it. So now, reading blog, I have everything I need. Reading, I have everything I need. And vocabulary, I have everything I need. Okay, so that's it.